Messi began by expressing his immense joy over this historic win, stating, "This is an incredibly important victory for Barcelona, not only because of the scoreline but for its symbolic significance. The team and fans have endured so much from repeated losses against Bayern over recent years, and it was essential to restore European pride and dignity. Today, Barcelona showed they can still compete with the giants." Messi also praised the role of manager Hansi Flick, acknowledging his strategic and smart leadership, especially considering Flick's in-depth knowledge of his former club, Bayern. Messi stated, "Flick knows Bayern well, and he used that knowledge to execute a perfect game plan. Barcelona's performance today was exceptional, both in terms of tactics and team spirit. They were in control from the first minute, which is exactly how you need to play against a team of Bayern's caliber." He described the win as a long-awaited moment of sporting revenge, saying, "Since 2015, Barcelona hadn't been able to get the better of Bayern Munich. It's been a challenging period, especially after that painful 8-2 defeat, which remains fresh in everyone's minds. Today, Barcelona regained their pride and secured a well-deserved victory. This is not only a form of sporting redemption, but also a message to every European club that Barcelona is back in full force." Messi also applauded individual performances, particularly that of Brazilian star Rafinha, who scored a hat-trick in the match. Rafinha was outstanding. He showed he's a player who delivers in big games. Scoring a hat-trick against a team like Bayern is no small feat, and he proved today that he can lead the team in crucial moments. Lamine also put in a fantastic display, setting up goals in a game of this magnitude, reflecting his maturity despite his young age. He continued to emphasize the significant impact this victory will have on the team's morale and the fans, adding, "The fans have been waiting for this moment for a long time. They've endured tough years, but this win feels like a fresh start for the team." Today, Barcelona didn't just beat Bayern. They overcame the psychological challenges they've been facing. This victory brings renewed hope and confidence to everyone. Messi also noted that this victory arrives at a crucial time, right before the upcoming El Clasico against Real Madrid in La Liga. He acknowledged the challenge this game will bring, saying, "El Clasico is always a special match, regardless of previous results." Barcelona enters the Clasico with high morale after the big win over Bayern, and Real Madrid are in great form too after their win over Borussia Dortmund. It's set to be an exciting match between two well-prepared teams. While the win over Bayern boosts Barcelona's morale ahead of El Clasico, Messi cautioned against underestimating Real Madrid. Beating Bayern was an important step, but it's not the end goal. Real Madrid is a very strong team and knows how to handle big matches. Barcelona needs to stay focused and maintain the same level of performance. The Clasico won't be easy, but if the team plays with the same spirit as they did today, they'll be in a good position to secure a positive result. Soccer. Flick praises Lamine Yamal's tactical development ahead of El Clasico. Lamine Yamal is set to play a key role for Barcelona in tomorrow's El Clasico clash against Real Madrid, with the Blaugrana heading to the Spanish capital as La Liga leaders, 3 points ahead of their rivals. The visitors aim to secure their first away league win in El Clasico since 2022, and Yamal will hope to make his mark in the rivalry. Ahead of the game, Barcelona coach Hansi Flick spoke about Yamal's continued impact on the team, despite his young age. Flick highlights Yamal's defensive improvement. Flick praised Yamal's defensive progress and readiness to contribute to collective efforts, as seen in the 4-1 Champions League victory over Bayern Munich midweek. The German coach remarked, "For the Bayern Munich game, I wanted several things from him, the most important being to press Alphonso Davies from defense to midfield, as we know how crucial he becomes when he attacks." Flick continued his praise of Yamal by adding, "Lamine Yamal is an exceptional player, as you could see against Bayern. Bayern players kept an eye on him, which is a source of pride for him. He has achieved far more than the goals we set for him." La Liga requests Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid match to be played in Miami. The desire to hold the Barcelona-Atletico Madrid match on 22nd December in Miami has advanced another step, with an official request submitted on Thursday by La Liga to the Spanish Football Federation to hold the game in North America. The decision now awaits approval from the management committee, the federation's governing body during the election period, rather than the board of directors. According to sources consulted by La Liga executives, the director is fully empowered and within their rights to permit the event outside Spain. This move, which was not feasible a few years ago, is now possible due to the current good relations between the organizations. FIFA regulations are clear in this regard, specified in Point 2 of Article 11 of International Match Regulations. It is outlined that this type of fixture must be under the Spanish Football Federation's purview once the clubs agree and if UEFA is notified, marking a critical step in the procedure. Once this approval is obtained, the Spanish Football Federation will notify UEFA, which also has to authorize the event, per the same regulations. The federation must approve this request no later than 21 days before the match. This means the authorization should be granted by the 1st of December at the latest. Once UEFA permits the game, the request will be submitted to the affected confederation, which in this case would be CONCACAF and the U.S. Soccer Federation. Hans Flick's press conference before the Real Madrid vs. Barcelona match in La Liga. Hans Flick held a press conference ahead of the Real Madrid vs. Barcelona match in La Liga, as the teams prepare for the El Clásico in the La Liga Championship. Barcelona is gearing up to face their host, Real Madrid, at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium as part of the 11th round of the Spanish League. In his press conference, Flick discussed his first official Clásico as Barcelona's manager. Hans Flick's press conference. In the press conference, Flick said, "The first Clásico? To be honest, I don't think about it too much. What matters is preparing the team well. I can see that we are looking forward to playing tomorrow's game. It will be a fantastic match." He added, "We have different ideas in our approach. Against Bayern, we realized we had to improve certain things. In this case, we'll need to adapt to Madrid's style. They always have very quick players, and Real Madrid is extremely prepared, but I trust my team as they're doing a great job. I loved seeing how we progressed after the 1-1 draw with Bayern. It's an example of what we're doing well, with more possession and more confidence. This is the key, to keep moving forward and adapting to different situations." When asked about Barcelona having one less day of rest than Madrid, he replied, "Ultimately, we can't change that. They played on Tuesday, and we played on Wednesday, each for their own reasons. The players will know how to adapt." Offside trap? Regarding his team's effective use of the offside trap, he said, "Many coaches focus on this, and indeed, it's part of our philosophy. The idea is to press as much as possible, both with and without the ball. We need to get closer and closer, be a cohesive unit, and avoid leaving spaces. When we leave gaps between the lines, it's not good." He continued, "We performed excellently against Bayern. Of course, training for this isn't easy, and we adapt our practice to this type of match. The players have adapted brilliantly to these new changes in training. What can I say? I believe in the team, and I think we have a lot of capability. Everyone is running and giving their all, knowing that unity is our greatest strength. Will Fermín López start in El Clásico?" When asked if Fermín López would start in El Clásico, he said, "I haven't decided yet. In the last goal against Bayern, he made a significant contribution. He's showing he can do what we ask of him. He showed that performance in the last game, and that was a great sign." Advice for Lamine Yamal? Asked if he has given any specific advice to Lamine Yamal, he replied, "I always talk to the players, and as I always say, we have a great team. Lamine is an exceptional player performing very well, but this is also true for us with Cubarsí. When we see what he's doing at 17, we need all of them at their peak for tomorrow." About Cubarsí, he added, "It's wonderful to see how he plays and how he's always eager for intense training and continued growth. Cubarsí is on an amazing journey, and our task is to keep working with him the same way." More on Lamine Yamal. Flick continued speaking about Lamine Yamal, saying, "Especially in the Bayern game, we wanted him to press against Davies, and we liked seeing that he did what we asked of him, using the space perfectly. You could see it in the game against Bayern. For us, it's also essential that he improves defensively. He's fulfilling the time we have for him excellently." Referees in matches against Real Madrid. Asked if he feels officiating favors Real Madrid in matches at the Bernabeu, he replied, "I think the referees are doing a great job. Their task is very difficult. I've never had any issues with them. I always tell the players to focus on performance, never on the referee. If there's anything unclear, it'll be reviewed, and that's that. I've been to the Bernabeu before with Bayern Munich, and nothing unusual happened. Does the praise strengthen or weaken Barcelona? On the praise the team has received, he said, "Praise doesn't put extra pressure on me. It's nice to be recognized, but I know my job depends on results. So I focus on winning, on the game, and on the way we want to play tomorrow." The atmosphere in the city has indeed changed, as the connection with the team has become immense. He concluded, "Wednesday had an incredible atmosphere in Barcelona. That's why I work every day, so that the fans are happy. In Germany, we have several derbies, but Madrid versus Barcelona is the Clásico in capital letters."
Vâng, và trước khi tiếp tục video, thì các quý vị đang xem video thấy hay thì like, comment và đăng ký ủng hộ kênh với nhé. Một lần nữa xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị rất nhiều.
De Jong. This is why the El Clásico match is important. The Dutchman. Frankie de Jong, Barcelona's star midfielder, stated that El Clásico is a historic match and the greatest rivalry in football, highlighting its importance for several reasons. Barcelona will visit Real Madrid on Saturday evening in the top clash of the 11th round of La Liga. Barcelona enters the match as league leaders with 27 points, 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, who sit in second place. Frankie de Jong talks about the anticipated El Clásico match. Speaking about the significance of El Clásico, Frankie de Jong said, "How important is the Clásico? Extremely important. It's the Clásico. It's historic, and for me, it's the greatest rivalry in football." He added, "Now it's also about who will take the top spot in the league, so it's a very exciting match, and both teams will go into it in top form." FIFA surprises Barcelona ahead of the El Clásico match. In an official statement, the International Federation of Football, FIFA, expressed its admiration for the exceptional performance of Barcelona in their match against Bayern Munich, which ended with Barcelona winning 4-1 in the UEFA Champions League. The statement praised the drastic transformation in Barcelona's level under the leadership of coach Hans Flick, who led the team through a strong and comprehensive rebuild, making Barca a tough opponent for all European teams. In its statement, FIFA said, "What we are seeing today from Barcelona's performance is a radical transformation that proves that teamwork and good technical leadership can rebuild and develop a team to become a fierce competitor." Thanks to coach Hans Flick, who has shown that he possesses a vision and a well-thought-out plan to restore the club to its natural place, Barcelona presented a strong and integrated display, showing tactical discipline and exceptional team spirit. Today, Barcelona has returned to being a formidable team in European competitions. FIFA also praised the young talent Lamine Yamal, who displayed remarkable skills despite his young age. FIFA added, "Lamine Yamal is the embodiment of rare football talent. Facing a prestigious team like Bayern Munich, he showed no signs of fear or anxiety, but played with courage and confidence, toying with the opposing team's defenders with ease. It is exceptional to see a player of his age with such abilities, as he presented a performance that reflects great maturity for his age." This performance proves that Barcelona possesses a strong base of young players who can contribute to the team's continuity and future. In discussing Yamal's performance, FIFA stated, "Yamal provided stunning technical glimpses in this match. His courage in facing top-level players, his positioning ability, dribbling, and directing play make him one of the talents that must be followed. Such talents confirm that Barcelona is not just a team built on senior players, but strives to introduce young and new talents that contribute to enhancing the club's status and making it shine in the future." Regarding Barcelona's preparations to face their traditional rival Real Madrid in the upcoming Clásico, FIFA added, "Barcelona's victory over Bayern Munich gives them a significant morale boost ahead of their anticipated clash with Real Madrid. Real Madrid, too, delivered a strong performance against Borussia Dortmund, punishing them with 5 goals and proving their readiness for the encounter. Both teams seem to be at their peak, with high spirits, promising that the upcoming Clásico will be one of the most thrilling and exciting matches." FIFA highlighted the importance of the Clásico as one of the most significant football events worldwide, stating, "The Clásico is not just an ordinary match, it is a global event eagerly awaited by football fans around the world." With the great results achieved by both Barcelona and Real Madrid in the Champions League, we anticipate an intensely passionate and exciting clash. These matches embody the deep-rooted rivalry between the two teams, showcasing the best of football, from individual skills to collective spirit and high-level tactics. FIFA concluded its statement by praising the significant role played by Hans Flick in bringing Barcelona back to strong competition, saying, "Hans Flick's mark on Barcelona is very clear. He has restored the team's prestige and competitive edge, creating a harmonious atmosphere among the players. This achievement reflects the power of planning and distinguished leadership, making Barcelona again a team feared in all competitions." The strategy Flick follows, and his reliance on young talents like Lamine Yamal, confirms that Barcelona is heading in the right direction towards a bright future. With this statement, FIFA has shown great admiration for Barcelona's transformation under Flick's leadership and praised young talent Lamine Yamal, while confirming the great enthusiasm that awaits football fans around the world in the upcoming Clásico between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Unexpected surprise in Barcelona's lineup against Real Madrid in El Clásico. Some surprises are anticipated in Barcelona's lineup for the 11th round of La Liga, set to kick off on Saturday at Santiago Bernabéu. As the saying goes, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. So many changes to Hansi Flick's squad, especially following their 4-1 triumph over Bayern Munich last Wednesday, are unlikely. The only uncertainty for the German coach lies in who will complete the midfield. Ordinarily, Dani Olmo, Barcelona's major signing this summer, would join Marc Casado and Pedri, the established midfield duo. However, Fermin Lopez's outstanding performance against the German champions, including an assist for Robert Lewandowski, strengthens his case for continuity. Furthermore, Fermin has consistently delivered in El Clásico, as evidenced by his 2 goals in 4 appearances against Real Madrid. It's also worth noting that Fermin has already played 2 full matches since returning from injury, while Olmo played his first minutes against Bayern. Frenkie de Jong cannot be ruled out entirely, but seems a step or two behind the other 2 contenders for the starting role. For the rest of the lineup, everything is clear with nearly no surprises. Iñaki Peña will continue between the posts after his strong performance against Bayern, with Inigo Martinez leading the defense, partnered by his most compatible teammate, Pau Cubarsí, along with Jules Koundé and Alejandro Balde on the flanks. In midfield, as previously mentioned, Casado and Pedri will be joined by either Fermin or Olmo. Up front, the world's most informed trio will lead the attack. Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Messi's reaction to Barcelona's victory over Bayern Munich. Lionel Messi, Barcelona legend, and one of the greatest players in football history, commented on his former team's significant 4-1 victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League group stage. This triumph marked a long-awaited moment of redemption for Barcelona fans after years of frustrating defeats against the Bavarian team, including the infamous 8-2 loss in 2020.